Hi guys, I salute on that today. This is Emperovia here, and today we're going to do alternative to arbitrage. You have not seen this kind of video before. Kindly subscribe to this channel if you're meeting us for the first time. I'm going to be talking about how a young Nigerian moved from having a zero naira income to being able to secure a deal of up to $10,000 on LinkedIn. So I'm going to be interviewing him. Talking about his journey and his story and how you can actually copy the same system to do the exact same thing and get the exact same results. So on the studio today I have with me Mr. Tamara. I always call him Mr. Tamara.
Thank you.
You're welcome to the studio. So kindly you can introduce yourself to come viewers. This is a Peruvian word.
So my name is Tamara Abel and I'm a direct response writer. I'm also a high ticket closer on LinkedIn. Over the past few years, I've been teaching people how you can get high ticket clients on LinkedIn, right? So if you don't know me, you can check me out on Facebook. You can also check me out on LinkedIn too, right?
Okay, so I'll likely drop like the link on that. Yeah, so tell us about your journey. I heard I once entered one of your copywriting. I saw something like a house boy. Yeah. I said something like a house boy did it. Something like boy. Nice that slang. Like if you're watching us from a different country, it means like someone that does domestic chores for people. So talk about how you said life after school as a house boy was for an influencer and. How you learned one or two things and how you started mastering some skills. Can you share that story?
Okay, actually I left my parents' house at the age of 19. I left my parents' house at the age of 19. And why I left my parents' house, that was 2019 November. So then I was actually looking for work to do and all of that. What can I do, all my mindset was to go to school, right? I was always thinking how I can go to school and just gather some money without the help of anyone. But I got a friend who introduced me to one influencer on Facebook, right? Also other social media platforms, right? So I did houseboy work in his house for a good 7 months, where I was paid 15,000 naira per month, right? I was taking care of the kids, taking them to school, doing house chores. Sometimes, I would cook and all of that. The journey wasn't really easy for me, but it came to a point where I asked myself, can I continue with this? Can 15,000 naira actually take care of my bills? I have a lot of things, and at that time, my mom was calling me that she needed money. My siblings started calling me and all of that. But 15,000 naira, can't take care of all those things, So unfortunately, the person I met, is into all this online stuff. So I learned a lot of things from him, So that's how I started my journey on copywriting. First of all, I learned different skills. I learned graphic design, I learned video editing, I learned animation. All the skills that could bring money, I learned them. But the thing is, after I did all those things, it did not bring me the money I needed, right? So I said, okay, let me key into copywriting and high ticket closing. So I went to copywriting, took some courses on copywriting, took some courses on high ticket closing. I took a course on high ticket closing with Dan Log, right? You can check Dan Log out. So after all that, I asked myself, how do I monetize these skills that I've learned? How do I separate myself from the crowd? A lot of people are doing this, but how do I separate myself? So I said, okay, since people are facing different platforms like Facebook, WhatsApp, let me focus on LinkedIn. Let me see if I can, get the best out of LinkedIn. So I started chasing my career with LinkedIn.
So it's quite a lot of stories, guys. He's sharing about the journey. And for those of you watching me, you understand when people. It's always a profound feeling when a man talks about his journey, because every one of us there actually, I actually remember some of my journey. Remember my first YouTube video that had car crack roads. And now we can now shoot high clear cut YouTube videos. Okay, so what about is Nigeria working for you?
Yeah, actually I would say Nigeria is really working out for me.
How? Like fuel price, I bought fuel today 350 naira per liter. So I know that fuel was like 165 naira, like was it in November I bought fuel last. Today I went myself to buy fuel. My staff didn't go, I bought myself at 350. So how is Nigeria working for me? Dollar is now 585 today, 585 today. So how is Nigeria working for you?
Actually, I would say Nigeria is really working out for me. So, dollar rising from the normal price for something to 558. You need to utilize that opportunity. That is why I will always tell someone, you start getting high ticket clients, because when you start getting high ticket clients, you will not be thinking of how Nigeria economy is. But if you are offering low ticket clients, by the time let me say you need to look for 100 people. If you are offering a 1K product, you need to look for 100 people to make 1K. But if you are offering a high ticket product, it will be easier for you, to cope with Nigerian system. So if you are not getting high ticket clients, it will be very, very difficult for you to cope.
Very, very quickly. So is it possible to, let's say I want to go into business, I just have, what do you mean by high ticket? What do you mean by high ticket?
What I mean by high ticket closing or high ticket client, a client that actually pays you huge sum of money.
That was what amount?
Like, can start from $1,000. By the time I closed $93,000 on Facebook.
$1,000, one client. So is it possible that nobody knows me? Like, okay, somebody knows that nobody knows. Let's say nobody knows me. And people always say that you want to make money online. Like, you have to be popular, you have to post like every time on Facebook group, do YouTube video, Telegram, and other kind of things. Is it possible to make money without all these things?
Yeah, it's possible without you being popular. That is why you need to position yourself as an expert. So if you don't position yourself as an expert, that is what most experts are even doing. Positioning themselves, people will see them. So what I usually do, I don't usually post a lot on LinkedIn. What I do pitching. I know it's called pitching. So I look out for these people that need help and I pitch to them and I help them to solve the problem.
Wow. So guys, what he's saying here, what Mr. Ebel is saying here is that there's a way you can actually make money online without your village people knowing what you are selling. When your village people know what you are selling, it's like they can calculate it. Let's say you are selling a product of 10, you say you are selling a product of 10K, you say it's for 100K, now calculate it's 1 million. So let us call it for family issue, 300K. So it's possible that you can make money without your girlfriend, your people or people knowing about how much you're earning. So let's on my list. What ways can a young person make money online? Because I think all these things you are talking about is like it's online from the way you sound it. Is it a physical stuff or
it's online, digital? Right?
Online.
So one way I think young people can actually earn online is getting a digital skills. When you have digital skills, then the possibility of you earning online is high. Not just a normal digital skill, I call it high income skill. So it's good you have a high income skill. So when you have high income skill and you know what you are doing, definitely the possibility of you earning high is high, right? So you need to get a high income skill. Like me, I'm a copywriter, right? So you can get website design. Website design is a high income skill. So it's good you get a high income skill. That is how you can secure earning online without going to physical work, and all of that. Okay.
so what are high income skills? Okay, maybe YouTube is high income skills. What are high income skills?
Okay, high income skills are those skills that you can offer and someone pays you. High income skills can be copywriting,
Someone pays you or someone pays you a large amount of money. For your services. Someone can pay you high income.
Okay, someone can pay you huge sum of money for a particular services, either copywriting. I charge as high as 1,500 for just a single sales copy. Just imagine that. Imagine I charge 5 people for $1,500. It's a huge sum of money. So that's why I say high income skills, funnel hacking, copywriting, and all of that. You can check all of that.
Mr. Obe, from all the things you're saying, it's like Nigerians are not the one that pays you this money, because if this was subsidy, someone pay you $1,500. Guys, you can calculate it. $1,500 times 585. Punch your calculator. Let's see. I think it's more than 800K.
Yeah.
So in Nigeria pays you 800K for that stuff. I don't think it's Nigerian that is required.
I don't really focus on Nigeria, because Nigerian cannot pay me.
Have been Nigerian paid you for that before?
No, not at all.
Wow.
I focus on the foreign market.
So when they say Nigeria is not for you, this is
exactly.
Okay, so what you mean is that these people that pay this kind of money, they are not Nigerians.
Yeah.
But as a Nigerian, you can position those people that are not from Nigeria.
Yeah, exactly.
So I want to leave. I want to leave Nigeria. Can I just can I make money online? Because if I'm a Nigerian, I need to meet these people. can I just leave Nigeria or jump back to Canada or something to meet these people? And maybe that way I will be able to make money. Like, what is there?
You don't need to leave Nigeria for you to start getting this client. I stay in Nigeria. I'm in Nigeria,
okay,
so I stay at my home. So what I just need to do is locate them, go to the platform.
Your clients have not asked you for flights, like whether you have been to any of those.
No, they haven't asked me for that. What they need is just to solve their problem.
Wow.
If you can solve their problem, then you don't need to travel to Canada or UK for you to get this like right.
Wow. So like, where will you find this? Is it that you just, since I don't need to travel, but I see a lot of people traveling out from Nigeria to get some of these jobs you are talking about, and you are saying that you just position yourself online, and these people pay you as high as $1,000 for a single gig, and like, how long does it take to finish some of this gig?
You know, at times, writing a sales copy, if you
So
are
by the way, a gig is like a digital service. So when you say a gig, because someone say what is a gig, it's not a trick.
Okay, you know, when I'm writing sales copy, it doesn't take me more than 4 hours in a day. So I can, if it's to write a sales copy, I can take 3 hours to write a sales copy. Imagine I can take like 5 projects to me, and I'll make sure I finish that project in a day. But if the project is meant to take me more than 1 week, then I will also do that. But since I'm writing sales copy, it doesn't really take me much time. What I just need to do is make my research and write the sales copy for them, right? But if you are into graphic design or maybe website design, that can take you longer time, right? So it depends on the skills that you have, and it depends on the project that your prospective client or your client is giving to you. So that is
wow, that's amazing. So this, like a gig of $1,500 can take you a month to do. Is this something that will take like 30 hours a day of your time and everything?
It doesn't really need to take you 30 hours a day or maybe 1 week for you to do if you are good at what you
Okay,
do.
like it's a gig of $1,000. What's your average? What's the average hours or
The average, if it's like I'm a copywriter, I can charge a company or maybe an individual to write a sales copy for them, maybe for a health niche or maybe for any niche that are into. For by project, I charge $1,500 for a copywriter.
Like,
so if I'm writing sales
hours
no, for the project itself,
averagely.
yeah. So if I'm to write sales copy for that project, it will take me more than 3 hours to finish that project.
Wow.
So I don't take projects that will take me weeks, months, and all of that, except I'm going on hourly rate with you. So if I'm to do that kind of work with you per week or month, then we need to go on hourly rate, which you need to pay me $50 per hour. So
why do they pay that high? Like,
you know, they pay that high because they believe you can solve their particular problem. Just like, you know, a patient who is sick of diabetes going to the hospital for a doctor to be diagnosed of that diabetes, right? So they believe that you can solve that particular problem for them, right? So you cannot hand over a diabetic patient to a non-doctor or maybe someone that is a let me say an engineer. He won't solve that problem, right? So they believe that you can solve that particular problem for them. So if you can position yourself as someone who can solve that problem, remove that pain from them, then they will pay you high. Most of them give you free access to softwares. Most of them even give you bonuses, right? So if you do your job well, so it lies on you doing your job. But if you can do your job 100%, then they will give you bonus. They go as high as 600 bonus. Most of them give you free tools, you know, premium tools that will cost you a lot of money. So that's how you need to do.
Okay, maybe I think maybe why I'm thinking like this is because we are used to dollar being high. Let's say $1,000 may not be so much.
$1,000
in UK.
Okay, yeah, exactly.
A business owner in UK, $1,000 may not be so high as it is here because yes, like 580k. I know that even an average professor, I don't think they aim that. Maybe they may aim a little bit higher than that, but you know what it means to be because that's the highest echelon of stuff.
Yeah.
So, but when you now say having $2,000 gig, like 1.2 million stuff, that's higher than an average professor. That's higher than any professors in Nigeria. So you're saying that someone can actually aim that by just without leaving Nigeria.
You can aim that without leaving Nigeria. I have a friend that schools at Foot Mina, you know. The lecturer is asking him, guy, how are you earning more than me? You know, he's going to school, the lecturer is teaching him, but he's earning more than the lecturer. He's not living Nigeria, he did not live where he is, you know. What he does is go to school, you know, learn, do his stuff, and he's earning more than a lecturer. So you don't need to go abroad for you to start offering these services to them. Right at your home, you can do it. Anywhere you can do it, right? So that is how it is.
Wow, this is very, what would I call it? Transformational, or will I say there's this word revolutionary?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so there's a question. Let's say I've not applied for it. Let's say there's an individual watching this video right now, and this person is saying in his heart, I've applied for jobs, I've submitted my CV to everywhere in this Lagos, and I've puzzled around maybe Abuja and the street of Ibadan, and I've been looking for a well-earning job, at least one earning job in Lagos. It look like 200k, 150, 300, 450, and so I've puzzled all around, and these people are not accepting my offer. They're not calling me for interview. They're always telling me that we will get back to you, and they will never get back to you. So if this kind of people are watching this kind of video, they are saying I've tried all this looking for a job, making money online is difficult. Should I just go to just try internet for like Yahoo stuff? What's the best way forward for such kind of person?
You know, for such kind of person, you don't need to do anything illegal. Like me, I'm not doing anything illegal, right? What I just do is get a digital skill, a high income skills, like a skill that you can offer. So you can be a virtual assistant helping someone to do something, right? So maybe you might have applied for different jobs, you know, and all of that, and they said I will get back to you and did not get back to you. You can go online, learn different skills. There are different channels on YouTube where you can learn different skills, you know, different high income skills. Then you can go to YouTube and search high income skills. You see different types. Maybe you can start from there, learn it, then go to LinkedIn, go to Facebook and start monetizing these skills, right? And there are a lot of people that are offering jobs. Then you can go to Upwork. Yeah, you can also freelance, right at your home. So you don't need to start submitting a lot of CVs and all of that. That is where freelancing comes to play, right? You can freelance to earn and all of that. So you don't need to get your boss shout at you, maybe being frustrated and depressed. Oh, I applied for this job at Legba at Abuja, and I wasn't called for interview. I wasn't even texted or messaged, no, that sorry, I'm not moving along with you. You know, we can go online, get a high income skill, and start monetizing this thing inside and start changing your life. That is how you can do. You can freelance, you can offer your services, you can also sell products. That means sell products. You can create products around what your skills, right? Maybe you're a graphic designer. You can maybe create a product on how teaching people how they can become a graphic designer. Okay.
Yeah, tell us that these are being a very interesting session. So tell us about someone that is looking for a job, where someone can just come online, learn stuff. So is there something like competition, or stuff?
You know,
is this something like I feel that in business everybody is doing, if people are doing something, means the profit will be reduced or something.
You know, I learned from my boss that he said if plenty people are doing a particular something, then you should do it because there is money in there, right? And also, that not always every time. So if people are doing something, if you see that this thing is profitable, that is you too can go in there and be profitable with it. So I would say there are no competition out there. There are competition. So that's why you need to position yourself as an expert. Whether you're a newbie, you're intermediate, you need to position yourself as an expert. You don't need to position yourself, maybe I can't do this, you know, I cannot do it. No. You know, that's what I call outsourcing, right? I don't know the job. I can position myself as an expert that can handle that job, and I go to maybe Fiverr and look for someone who can do it very well, perfectly, for a cheaper price, and I bag in the remaining money for myself. So the only way to beat competition out there, first of all, is to position yourself as an expert, right? You don't need to keep yourself because a newbie, keep yourself as a newbie. No, you cannot be say because a newbie you want to stay broke. It doesn't work that way. So you need to position yourself as an expert.
I think Mr. Abel keeps saying position yourself as an expert, position yourself as an expert. And let it not sound like a motivational talk. That, so can you give us 5 ways on how someone can position himself as an expert? Because position yourself as an expert of what for
you know
all that. So.
Okay, position yourself as an expert. Number one. First of all, you must make sure you know the platform you want to use. If you're using LinkedIn, then you need to know how to optimize your profile. You need to know how to niche down. Niching down actually shows you know what you are doing, right? So we have different kinds of niches that you can go into. But what am I saying? Niche down shows you, okay, this person knows what he's doing in this niche that he's into, right? You can't just go there and say, a crypto trader. Which crypto trader are you? Are you a forex trader? Are you someone that analyzes the market? You know, you need to niche down to what you can do. So when you niche down, the prospect is seeing you as someone who is good at what he's doing. Right, so if you are trying to target Coinbase, or maybe you are trying to target Binance, you know, you need to position yourself as a market analyst or maybe a future trader, right? So that is one way to beat or to position yourself as an expert. You know, when I say position yourself as an expert, you don't see it as a big.
Okay, so you have said one.
Yeah. So the next thing is optimizing your profile to fit in the niche that you've settled for, right? So when you optimize your profile, you need to set in a good profile photo of you. Don't just maybe set a distractive background photo. It doesn't really work out that way. So you need to set in a good profile photo. You need to set in a good cover photo if it's required. If you're using LinkedIn, if you need to set up a good write-up about yourself, right? About yourself, so that client can see that you have you have experience, you know what you are doing. Then the next way to position yourself as an expert is you creating samples, having portfolios. You know, many of you say, I don't have any work experience yet. You can have a mock-up for yourself. You can create a mock-up for yourself. That is how you can position yourself as an expert when it comes to freelancing online. You need to make sure you can do it. You know, put out the best profile photo, put out the best overview for yourself. You know, you don't need to start, if you're using Facebook, you don't need to start allowing everyone to tag you in the post and your profile looks messed up, right? So you need to unify your profiles too. So it's very, very important. So that is one way you can position yourself as an expert in that.
Amazing lecture, amazing lecture. And I once read about him closing a deal of $10,000. Can you tell us your journey of closing a deal of $10,000 on LinkedIn?
You know,
that's free. That's like 5.8 million naira.
You know, my journey on closing $10,000 on LinkedIn is, you know, when I say that, it's very, very tedious. You know, what I do is I go to LinkedIn and optimize my profile, but I don't just optimize it. What that is one mistake people make. You just go there and then I say optimize your profile. You just start optimizing or start putting in and stuff. It doesn't really work that way. One thing you need to know is LinkedIn is about keywords. If you can get the keywords that employers are looking for, then definitely you get that job. So what I did was, for me to earn that kind of money, first of all, like I always say, position yourself as an expert. So I go to the job section on LinkedIn and get those keywords that these employers are looking for and put it in my profile photo. Then, so when I start reaching out to them, you know, pitching to them, code mailing them, to DM them and all of that, you know, when they send that kind of message, they will go and view your profile. Right? So once they view your profile and they see that everything is up to date, everything they needed is good, then they can get on the meeting with you. So when I get on the meeting with a client, that is when I close them, right? So I make sure I get on the meeting with a particular client, then I close them. So when I started doing this, I started pitching to them, I started reaching out to decision makers in the company. If it's a founder, I will pitch to the founder, and most of them will reject me. You know, you don't need to be accepted by everyone, so most of them will reject me. So that I started pitching to them. Sometimes I post on my status just to make my profile not to look scanty. I don't really post all the time. I post at least 3 times per week, you know, just to make sure there is content in my profile, right? So after that, I mainly do pitching. I go to that DM and pitch them, offering to help them in a particular thing. So most of them get on meeting with me, and when they get on meeting with me, we talk about price and all of that, and they pay me. So I did this consistently, and I was paid. Sometimes I was paid $800, sometimes I was paid $1,000, sometimes I was paid $3,000, and it increased like that.
Okay.
So
yeah, your sums up to add $10,000.
Yeah, I also closed $93,300.
Wow. Was it for how long did it took you to execute the whole job?
You know, for those,
was it a bit of arbitrage, like you lended out some services?
No, I didn't lend out any service to anyone, since it is based on writing sys copy. Sys copy don't lend.
93K was about.
Okay, the 93K was on building app for a.
Okay. So because I don't know you as an app developer, so that's what I'm asking.
Okay.
Service arbitrage.
Yeah, the service arbitrage. So I don't really do app development. So I handed it over to then I was on the team. So I handed it over to them, and they did it, and we shared the profit. So that was how I did it. But other ones, I do it myself because it's based on writing sales copy for them, right? So
wow, amazing. So you talked about this writing, copywriting. Is it that's the only thing that my viewers can do to make money on this?
They don't need to be like me, right? You don't need to learn copywriting. But no. You need copywriting because you need to know how to sell yourself. That is where everything. Whether you're a graphic designer, a website designer, you need to know how to sell yourself. If you don't know how to sell yourself, that is where everything will get brought to you. So what I would suggest to everyone that is starting out, you need to learn copywriting, you need to learn how to generate traffic, and you need to learn closing. These are the most important skills
so
that everyone.
What if I'm just starting out this online thing? Maybe the only way, most times people that are used to forex trading, like most people in my channel, they do more of currency business, cryptos and all that. Let's say now I'm just starting. What skill can I just learn now to cash out with this your LinkedIn strategy?
Okay, you can learn virtual assistant. That one doesn't. Yeah, that one doesn't really need much work on yourself. You can learn that one. Just help someone to do something, and you start cashing out. Right? You can also learn forex, right? Crypto trading. Then Binance, also a platform you want to use for that, you can also do that and cash out.
Okay, again, then crypto also you use it on LinkedIn.
Yeah, you can also use it on LinkedIn because you need to target those companies that offer those services, and they will hire you to handle their analysis and all of that. So that's the basic.
Wow, that's amazing. That is amazing. So I as a crypto. So what about me as a YouTuber? What kind of things can I just sort out?
Okay, so as a YouTuber, one thing as a YouTuber, one thing you need to do is also optimize your profile according to what you can do. A lot of people are looking for YouTubers to hop on so that they can start monetizing. Maybe you can write YouTube script for them. Okay. If you go to Upwork, you can write YouTube script for people and you get paid, high paid. Like that.
Like do the video, just write.
Just the script VSL. Okay. Yeah, you don't need to do the video. They've already done it, so you only need to do VSL for them, write it for them, and
you just know their video, right?
Yeah, and write it. Wow. That is transcribing too. So that is one way to earn. They also transcribe video. So if it's 1 hour, you can charge. You can go online and search how you can charge for that, right? So I don't really do transcribing, so I don't know how to charge per hour when it comes to transcribing. So transcribing is one job that you don't really need much skill. What you just need to do is listen to the video and start transcribing it, and you get paid for your services.
Wow, this is very profound. And I want to ask them a very final question that most of you have been thinking about this question. You've heard about how this young man grew to closing deals, and he says Nigeria is working for him because our dollar rate is high. So imagine someone cash out $1,000 a month. He's actually able to do a lot of things. Money gives you more options in Nigeria. Alright, so I want to ask the question: how do we start this LinkedIn business? First, like this LinkedIn whole money system pattern. What's the first thing to do? What's the first thing that we need to do?
The first thing you need to do, first of all, is get a LinkedIn account, right? So when you get a LinkedIn account, you don't just go there. You need someone who can mentor you into this thing, to teach you how you can definitely do it. So when you get a LinkedIn account, you need to know how to optimize your profile properly. You need to know how to pitch to clients. You need to know how to, could email them and all of that, because most of the things I do at times is code mailing, code DM and all of that. So you need to know how to do. So you need someone who can actually do that for you, who can show you the secrets without hiding anything from you. So that is one way you can get started. When you open LinkedIn account cannot solve everything. So you need someone who can guide you throughout this process. And I have a LinkedIn course for that too. Yeah, I have a LinkedIn course for that, and also a mentorship for that too. Right?
Yeah, I see you did a LinkedIn course where I think over 100 people, I think 50,000.
Yeah,
exactly. So a link on seller. So how can you help my people? I have a very committed audience that are viewing me right now. They always follow my content and they will be award. so how can you help them in case I want to do something about you helping some of my audience? with this LinkedIn stuff?
Since in Peruvian, I always
you're not like me that don't reply.
No, I reply to them. I do reply. I'm very fast at replying because I need to close more days. So every message that comes, I make sure I reply. So since Peruvian is my boss here already, so what I do, my course is selling for 50,000 naira. But since he's my boss already, I'm giving a slash price to 20,000 naira. So to the first 50 people, right? To the first 50 people. So if you can hop into this, then definitely you can start to learn.
What are the content of the course? What are the things that you keep taking them through?
In the course, you'll be learning how to position yourself as an expert in your niche, even when you're not an expert. You'll be learning how to optimize your profile that can bring in at least 2 high-paying clients to your GM.
Can this your course also help an average Nigerian get his dream job?
Yeah, definitely.
Because he wants to work in Nigeria.
Yeah. This my strategy can also help you, even if you are an average person in Nigeria, right? Because there is a section in LinkedIn where there are jobs. You can apply for a job, right? So why also pitching? You can also apply for a job on LinkedIn.
Also CV and this.
Resume. So I'm teaching you all of that, how you can position yourself, write a good keyword stuffing resume, a good cover letter that will bring you a job, right? So you don't need to leave your house. You don't need to leave your house. At the comfort of your home, at the comfort of anywhere you are, you can do this, right? So
I'm thinking for my viewers that don't have any form of skill, because there are some people that don't even understand they don't have IT skills.
Okay.
So maybe the person just watch the YouTube video for a hobby or something. So does this your course like show some platforms that they can? I think LinkedIn has a learning platform or something.
Yeah, LinkedIn has
some skills that they can actually learn very fast and they can follow this your pattern. Like, okay, let me also get. I think you're teaching them copywriting, right?
Yeah, I'm also teaching copywriting. So when anyone that gets into my mentorship class, I show them skills that they can learn. I teach them on skills that they can learn so they can earn faster online, right? So like I'm teaching you a digital skill. So even if they don't have the skill, and even if you've not had any skills before in your life, I'm teaching you at least one skill so that you can get to earn at least $60,000 in 60 days. You can do that, right?
$60,000 in 60 days.
No, 6,000.
6,000. Okay, $6,000.
$6,000 in 60 days. Sorry.
So saying that
60,000 like that is the deal I want to go.
Yeah. Telling us target. You can work out. You can. This is very massive opportunity right now.
Yeah.
About how you can be able to learn a very dynamic skill about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is like the gold mine of high net worth people.
Exactly.
Right now, most people are not on your social media, or not on Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and all those shit, blah blah blah. But they're on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
And so, is there other sites like just LinkedIn?
There are other sites I'll be revealing to those who will join my mentorship program, right? So on how to earn and all of that, how to utilize all this platform to at least my goal is for you to make $6,000 in 60 days. At least.
Okay, right? So with this LinkedIn strategy, you'll be able to learn how to position yourself on LinkedIn. You'll be able to know how to profile yourself. You'll be able to know how to get jobs, and even though you don't have the skill, at least you can secure the job and meet your team of people.
Exactly. How to outsource.
Yes, to get the jobs, and how to pitch to people and get them approving your offer. All right, so it's going to offer this skill. I think it's going to offer this is to you, my people. It's actually 50,000, but I think it's been slashed for 20,000. Wow, 20,000. They slashed for 20,000. So I'll keep a link on the video. You just click on that link to learn LinkedIn. Guys, this is the best alternative to arbitrage. Imagine you have a skill and you have a network to learn something very, very massive, and at least you're also going to have his personal line. Doing the course, right? And he also replies it's there, not like me.
I'm very fast.
So he replies it's there very fast. So once you get the course, he will guide you through, put you through about these things. You can reach out to him, you can talk to him, you can learn. This is one of the best you can do to earn in dollars. So what if there are people there that they are saying that okay, you've just talked maybe you're just with Martin or there's also some set of people also thinking that that maybe they can learn it on YouTube. You can just watch other YouTube video and other.
You know,
what is your advice to them?
Actually, when I started out on this thing, when someone tag me price to something, I say, well, I'll go to LinkedIn, then I'll go to YouTube and learn it. But when I go to LinkedIn, to YouTube, I see a lot of bulky videos, you know, and it just breaks me down. And most of the videos will not want anything. So you need someone who can at least show you with proven records, you know, who has gotten results. But if you go to YouTube, you might likely see, but the time you are using to watch all those videos, you have used it to get results, right? So that's why it's good to go for mentorship, right? So it's very, very important.
So I'll end with this. There's a saying that says that if a man knows where he's going to, he becomes short.
Exactly.
If a man knows somebody that has gone there, if a man knows how to, someone that have gone there, he becomes shorter. Then if a man has access, like if somebody wants to walk with you on that journey, like you have a mentor that's going to push you on that journey, become shortest. And so if you want to go far in this journey, you need a coach on this stuff. So I would like you to take his course. I endorse him on this video. We can get this course. It's just 20,000 today. I think within the next 72 hours you can get this course for 20,000. It will turn back to 50,000, and I want you to click on the link to get this course. Alright, so see you guys on the let him give us his last words.
Okay.
They'll be watching you.
Okay, so what I need to tell you guys right now is you need to really be fast in taking this, because I have tons of people in my DM begging me to let them in for at least 30,000 naira. But I said no, my course is 50,000 naira. I'm uploading it on Expertnaire and also Sabi Mentor. You can go there and check it out. So I'm uploading it for 50,000 naira. So you need to be fast on this, because you need to start earning INSAP. So you don't need to waste time on this.
So you can see, if you go to those platforms, Sabi Mentors, I know that guy, Osaze King is my guy. So these Espanian people, you know how I you know that I always like to congratulate you, but it's only on a Peruvian road you can have this course for 20,000. So guys, take actions now and see you on the best side of life. Keep winning. I love you, and see you. Come again next time. Happy LinkedIn money. Thank you.